What's going on, everybody? It is McManhattan. I'm back again with the new Geek Fest Live. I feel like I owed you guys one after our debacle of one on Sunday after Super Bowl. So I kind of just I went with it, and yeah, that one got weirdly political, and that is something we definitely try to steer away from on this show. We just try to have fun, talk about things we love and more. So thanks for jumping in. As you guys know, GeekFest Live is live every Sunday night, 10 p.m. You can check it out unless otherwise told. And sometimes we do daily updates. So, when we have new news coming in, things like that, we'll jump on, talk about it, have a good time. Just a few updates I kind of want to go for here and there. Have some fun with it and go from there. So right now, some big news that's been coming out lately is that Star Trek 4 from the Kelvin timeline is looking to start filming later this year. They're going to bring everybody back, of course, save Anton Yelchin, who played Chekhov, who passed away sadly in 2016. And 2016 is actually the last time we saw a Star Trek Kelvin movie, which was Star Trek Beyond, which in my opinion was the best one. It's my favorite. It just reminds me of what the original series was, and I think that was a big deal for me because I liked the first one, but the first one was very much different. They tried something new, and it worked, and I don't argue it. And then they went and they kind of remade Wrath of Khan, which I think the thing that really bothered me, and from more and more as I talk to fans about it, it bothered fans that they didn't, not that they didn't respect Wrath of Khan. It's okay that they went with something different. It's that they tried to almost like dupe you in a weird way. Like they tried, I feel like they tried to trick us into believing, like, because they really wanted to hold tight that this isn't Wrath of Khan. This is something different. Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be in it, but he's playing somebody else. And we were all kind of like saying, it's cool. We want Wrath of Khan. Like, give it to us. Like, we think it would be all right. And they kept saying, no, it's not this, not that. It's something different. And I honestly, I have to say, like, I think that threw a lot of people off because it was almost like we went into it and we're like, this is Wrath of Khan, right? And then it turned out to be Wrath of Khan. Now, is it as good as Wrath of Khan? Here's my argument. As a movie, yeah. As a movie, as an action movie, it's a good movie. But because there is that existing factor of what Wrath of Khan was and how close we were with it and everything, I think Wrath of Khan is such a great movie too. Don't get me wrong; it's a wonderful movie. I love it. It's if not my favorite, one of my favorites. I do love Undiscovered Country as well. But for me, it stands so much on the past, like the original series and everything that came with it, the relationship between Spock and Kirk and the crew, and what the Enterprise meant. It stood on that, bringing in Carol again, and the fact that Khan is coming back and he was from Spacey. Like, it relied so heavily on the show that's what made it. So when you watch it and you're like, oh, this is a callback, this is everything I want and more. Or even if you didn't watch the show, you're like, so this exists. There's a pre-existing story here that we need to go back and look for. So I think it's that lore that was there is what made Wrath of Khan so popular. Also, the fact that it is so much better than Motion Picture. Motion Picture just was not a great movie. And then Wrath of Khan was like a breath of fresh air in the Star Trek world with a lot of action and adventure. So when they remade that into Darkness, I think it's a better movie. I think it is a better, more action-packed movie, but it also is missing we don't have anything to fall back on, that pre-existing story. We just have something that this is being remade from. And I think that if the studio didn't decide to just basically flat out lie and be like, no, it's not, us knowing it is, I think it would have done a lot better personally. I really think it would have been great. So with that, I did like In the Darkness. But Beyond for me was what Star Trek is, the original series. Had that action, had that adventure, you had that camaraderie. You had that friendship that they were building. The crew felt like the crew at that point, like they were out there doing their thing. I really just enjoyed it all the way through. I think Simon Pegg did a great job writing that story. And it's just well told. It was well told. It was a lot of action adventure, and like, yeah, were there some things you could look at and be like, this is kind of cheesy, but that's why it reminded me of the original series. Like, I enjoyed what they were doing with this story. Now going forward, you have Star Trek 4 coming out. I think they're going to try and return to form a bit, especially considering I don't think Simon Pegg is writing this one. And they've also often talked about bringing back Chris Hemsworth for it. I've heard that in the past and stuff. So, I mean, really everything's up in the air right now. They're going to start filming. So we're going to later this year. So we're going to get an idea of what they're going to go for. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go with the buzz of sort of like Quentin Tarantino's story for it and things like that. But I am excited to see where it goes. I'm very excited to see it come back. I love Chris. Chris Pine's my favorite of all the Chris's. Very close second is Chris Hemsworth. Chris Pine, I think, makes a great Captain Kirk. They need to get him in they just need to have all the Chris's in Marvel universe. Like, I would love to know, who do you think that, actually thinking about it, Chris Pine, older gentleman now, he could play Mr. Fantastic. I think he could pull it off, because if you needed a darker Reed Richards, go check out that miniseries he did not too long ago that was basically about the Black Dahlia murder. Not about the Black Dahlia murders, but about the guy who presumably killed Black Dahlia. And he played a journalist in it. It was dark. He did a good job. So I know he can play dark. In his new movie, the trailer for The Contractor just came out. I thought that was really well done. I'm very excited to see that one. I did not do a trailer reaction for that. I do have trailer reactions up for Nope, the new Doctor Strange, and I do have one up for Rescue Rangers. Which, we talked about on a show last night. Casey was saying how much, like, he enjoyed it and he's looking forward to it. My reaction was a little bit different. I just don't like where they went with the meta thing. But I'm reserving. I'll reserve it until I see it. I reserve my review until I see it. I'll give it a fair shot. But it'll be cool to see Chip and Dale back. But yeah, I mean, Star Trek 4. Who's excited for it? I know I am. So sound off in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And what should it be about? What should it go cover? I'd love to see it. Also, pulling it up, there was new pictures. We talked about this on the CNSS podcast last night too, but I want to talk about it a little bit here, kind of get a little more in depth about it. So Batgirl is filming right now, as we know. The Flash is already filmed. That's coming out this year. Batgirl, I think, is coming out later this year on HBO, if not early next year. And Michael Keaton is playing Batman. Michael Keaton is going to play the 89 Batman version, as we know, just older, of course, to match his age now. And I'm excited for it. And they showed a suit, like pretty high quality pictures of his suit. And I'm going to show them off here. I love it. I love it. And you see, now 89 Batman's my Batman. I love that Batman. Very excited for it. And I liked that suit, even with the abs and all that stuff, like the plates. But I love what they're doing here. They make it seem more like armor, which they've been doing over the years. So I'm excited for that. But it seems like it's flexible. It seems a little big on him if you look at it here. Now, again, that could just be something that's on set. I don't know if that's Michael Keaton under there. It looks like it might be a stunt double, but it could be Keaton. And if it is, he would be older. He'd be thinner, and the suit probably wouldn't fit him. And I kind of like that idea, or something where he can maneuver a little bit better. Because let's face facts, in those original movies, it wasn't a very maneuverable suit. I do like the cowl and the cape. Again, it seems more sturdy, whereas the last one, of course, we know was made out of rubber, but it looked like it. Like especially when he rips off the mask at the end of Returns. I do like what they're doing here, though. I love that the emblem is still there. God, do I hope they don't change that. I hope if he's going to be on here for a while, and as long as he's on here, they keep the yellow and black. Please don't change it. I'm truly hope they don't, because I think that it would just be so much better just to keep it. If you get a new Batman, or if they do decide to go with Terry McGinnis and do a Batman Beyond type of situation or movie, which I hope they do, since you have Keaton, I think that would be a perfect fit. But then, yeah, of course, go with the red, do what you got to do. But for him, for this Batman, you got to keep that emblem. I think that emblem is the best. I loved it on the blue and gray suit, which is my second favorite iteration in the suit. But overall, I just think it's fantastic. So, I mean, again, Batman rumors and everything else, there's a lot of stuff coming out. So more and more people are talking about the Doctor Strange trailer and what that could mean for everybody, and where this is going. All the spoiler stuff like that. I don't know about this Deadpool rumor. A lot of people are saying, this would be a great way to introduce Deadpool. I'm a little worried that we're all relying too heavily on Doctor Strange introducing everybody. I don't know how it works. One theory I have, and this is again speculative theory, is that maybe almost like a House of M, Wanda at the end of this does something, like instead of like saying no more mutants, like kind of like brings everybody in together in some way and kind of changes the world in a significant way. I think that would be cool. And maybe kind of ties into what happened at the end of Shang-Chi and the extra credits. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there as I think about them and kind of go along. So it really is just up in the air, everything. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. Make sure you always sound off in the comments. If you guys are watching, this is an open forum show, so please feel free to jump right on in. Yeah, so Multiverse of Madness right now, it's a big deal. And I am super excited for it. Okay, we have no release date on No Way Home yet. I'm excited for it. I'm hoping March we'll get a Blu-ray. That's one I'm definitely getting. Tomorrow, we get the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I am very excited for that. The trailer looks insane. Of course, it's kind of a continuation from the first one, from the 1970s version. Anybody who knows me knows that Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is my favorite in the series. It's just bonkers off the wall, and I love it. But I am excited to see them continue from the first movie and see where they go with that. But tomorrow it comes out on Netflix. Or is it tomorrow, or is it? Yeah, I believe it's tomorrow. It's either 17th or 18th, so it's tomorrow or Thursday. Let me double check it. I have it up now. It is going to be out. Where are you? Hold on, I got it here. Oh, it's the 18th. Okay, so it's on Thursday. It'll be out. Not bad. Watch the end of Peacemaker and then watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I will have... So Thursday, just so you guys know, if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, we will be doing... I will have that night a review for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a review for Uncharted, and I will do a series review, which will be up Friday. These will all be up Friday, I should say, unless you're a patron. If you're a patron, you will see them on our Patreon page. They're early access reviews for everybody. So all of those reviews will be up Thursday night after I'm done editing them and put them up. And then Friday, they will be out on our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. If you are interested in our Patreon, go to thescenesnobs.com or the links below, and you can check it out. Sean's here. Sean, what's up, my friend? Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is exceptionally satisfying sequel. It was because it was one that came so many years later, almost a decade later, if not more than a decade. Actually, I think it was 1985, so I think it was like 12 years later. So, and it was just, they took it to such a different place. I mean, they killed it with that one, and I thought it was so good. So campy, so much fun, because the first one is it's dry, but in a good way for a horror. But it is a dry movie. There was no really set formula for a slasher film. So it's just really like this killer family and a guy with a chainsaw. So they did a great job with it and what it was supposed to be. And I think they were trying to make it. What I liked about it is how it played up the Ed Gein thing, where when the police showed up to Ed Gein's house and found everything, they were like astonished at what was going on. They were so shocked. And I don't think I'm telling anybody anything new with this, but they were just like, how could this happen? This is horrifying. And they kind of went on with it and where it went, and it was them piecing together what had actually happened. So that's basically what the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was. Okay, we're going to show you what happened in this horror. And I love that. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, kind of just going ape shit and just like going crazy all over the place. It was nuts. But yeah, I am excited for this one. This new Texas Chainsaw Massacre brings back the actress from the first one as an older woman joining the fray. Almost like a Laurie Strode in the new Halloween movies, I think. I think that's a good correlation. So I'm excited to see how they play that out. I think that works. I think that actually works more with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because with as much as I like Laurie Strode, what I liked about what Halloween did was they made it where Michael Myers never gave a shit about Laurie Strode, which made sense to me. He broke out. She's scared, of course, because she's a survivor of this. And, she always thought like there was something special about her he wanted. Whereas to him, it was like, you were just going to kill. And now that I'm out, I'm going to kill. That's what I want. And I like how they played that aspect of it up. But she was so invested. Sean, I'm dropping in for a bit. I still have some work to finish today. I appreciate it, man. I do appreciate you jumping on, man, and all your support and everything. You know that. And Sean, of course, is one of our patrons, and you will get the early access. It'll be late because I'm going to see Uncharted at like 6:45 on Thursday with Casey. So hopefully he can join in with me. So the nice part is, and you guys will see all of this first on Patreon. So I will be doing Peacemaker. Then I'll be doing my season-long review of that. Then I'll be doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then I'll be doing my review of that. Have to try and edit these as quick as I can. Then I'm going to see Uncharted that night with Casey. Review that, edit that. And then he and I are going to record a new mini-series that we're doing for the YouTube channel specifically. And that is it's a 6-part mini-series we're putting together about The Expanse, and we're going to get in depth about The Expanse. Each episode is going to cover one season of the Expanse. So if you guys are fans of The Expanse, or you've kind of been lingering on whether you want to do it or not, watch it or not, you can check that out and kind of see. It's going to be like a companion series, but for each season. So we'll be doing that, and that's going to be our test. So if that does well and people like that, we might do more mini series like that about TV shows that we enjoy. And each episode will be a season. So with that being said, we got a lot of stuff coming out this weekend. Let me pull it up. So I do want to get to a lot of what's coming out. I am watching Inventing Anna right now, and once I finish that season, I will be doing a review on that as well. So far, so good. It's been pretty good. I've been really enjoying it. But there's a lot of stuff that's kind of getting ready to come out. It's coming out this weekend. I'm excited for it. Okay. All right. So far, that's it. That's all I got. But, make sure to keep on top of the YouTube channel. Check that out. And any news that you guys have, please feel free. We are going to be doing a couple of new things coming up. So we talked about on the Snobs podcast a little bit. Jason's here. What's going on, man? So Jason, you actually missed everything I was saying. So make sure go back and check it out. But we're going to have a lot coming soon. And it's all going to drop on the Patreon first. So you will be getting early access to all that stuff. So you'll be getting more of us. But just a quick kind of overview. This week, we're going to be doing reviews of Peacemaker full season, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Uncharted. If I can finish Inventing Anna, I would probably do one of those two by this week. And we are going to try and record the first episode of our 6-part miniseries where where Casey and I talk about The Expanse. And each is going to be 6 parts. Each episode covers 1 season. So that'll all be on the Patreon first. But appreciate you joining in. But if you're not on Patreon, you can watch it on YouTube. It will go up after that. So no worries there. We talked about Batman. We talked about a few different things coming on. We're getting excited. Now, here's one thing, though. And I was talking about it with Casey, and I'm trying, since he's not here, I'll delve into it a little bit harder. Now, when it comes to Uncharted, I never played the games. I'm not that I'm not into them. I'm just not really a gamer. So I don't really dive too hard into games. There's certain games I like to play, certain types of games I like to play. And that's sort of what I stick with. Because if I allow myself to be open to playing games, I'll never get anything done. I almost got sucked in. I started playing the Avengers game a few months ago. And I was just like, for like 4 days straight, I got nothing done. And I was just sucked in. And I was like, I'm playing this. And then I was like, I got to stop. This takes way too much time. So, and now I sporadically go back to it, and then I see myself getting sucked in, and I got to kind of walk away from it. And I do that with games. So, like, and I only allow myself to play certain games, like Friday the 13th. I do the Spider-Man game, things like that. Uncharted, I never got into because Uncharted seems like a game that I would really get sucked into because I love action adventure games. I'm not a first-person shooter type of guy. I do like playing Call of Duty and such, but for the most part, it has been, I play more action games or sports games. So, Uncharted, I don't know anything about the story. I know Nathan Drake, I know the look and everything, but I don't know anything about the story. I never watched it. So this movie coming out is fine for me. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I guess Tom Holland as Nathan Drake works. Casey, on the other hand, is a gigantic Uncharted fan. This guy buys everything Uncharted. He loves Uncharted. That is his thing. So I am very anxious to go see it. And like when either one of us are really into a movie, the other one tries to support that one. We're both into Star Wars, so we always try to see all the Star Wars films together. We always try to see the Halloween movies together. You know, there's certain things, like certain franchises we're really into. But if one of us is really into it and the other one's not, we still try to go and do that and have fun with it. So like I was like, I want to go watch the Uncharted movie. I want to have fun with this. Let's do it. So we're going Thursday night when it opens and do a review on it and such. But he is nervous. And I'm trying to keep him at bay. And I was like, don't even think about it. Don't talk about it. Let's just go see it and see what happens. Be optimistic. But yeah, he's nervous. And I'm like, I have a feeling I'm going to love this movie because I love action adventure movies. But it's not going to be like the video game. And I hope there can be a detach to it, you know, for people. Like, I hope people can really look away from it. But I am excited for it. So it looks like The Last of Us, the other video game entity that's coming out, it's going to be a TV show on HBO, is not coming out in 2022. Looks like it's going to be closer to 2023. I don't know what time. They don't have an exact date for it, but that was announced as well. Again, another game I don't get. It's hard for me to get into these story games because when I get into these story games, I just get sucked in and then I'm there. So it's a tough one, but there's a lot of stuff coming in, and I am super excited for it. All right, let's see. I don't know who's into spaghetti westerns. I know this is Geek Fest, but I am a geek for spaghetti westerns. There's a new documentary out on Netflix that involves Tarantino, and it's about spaghetti westerns. You should check it out. It's really well done, and he goes in depth about it. So that's a good one. So I'm kind of nearing the end of my time. I just wanted to jump on. I talked about Star Trek 4, talked about Batman's new suit, and what's going on there, and kind of just covering different things coming up. We got a bunch of stuff. Vikings Valhalla's coming out. Yeah, February 25th. So I'll have a review on that too. But that one's going to be a binge, so we'll see what happens. So it might not come too fast, but it will be here, relatively. So they announced a second Paw Patrol movie is coming out in 2023. Kids love that. My 5-year-old loves Paw Patrol. He's so into it. Now in 2023, when he's 8, he probably will not care. But I definitely get kids being really into it. So now, guys, just so you know as well, for any podcasters that watch or come in or stuff like that, the Snobby Awards is on March 27th, the day of the Oscars. We do that on purpose, just tongue in cheek. But and submissions are finally closed, so we have everything. Everything's going to be sent off to the judges panel today, and they will start doing that. And we will make our nomination announcements next month, mid-month. So you'll find out about 10 days before the award show what the nominations are. So stay tuned for that to see what podcasts get it, and we'll go from there. All right. Other than that, I don't really have much else going on. I did want to just come on and kind of, especially more so for Star Trek 4, because I'm excited for it. But keep in mind that this show, GeekFest Live, is live every Sunday night at 10 p.m. This is an open forum show. We encourage you to come on, comment along. Let's talk about things. Let's do, just get into it. Real quick, I did go out to Books A Million. I don't know if every Books A Million is doing this, but they're having a 50% off sale on a lot of pops, and I'm a pop collector, as you guys can probably see behind me. Picked up this Hercules pop from the TV series. Love that show. I'm still on my quest to get all of the mini Stay Puffs. That's number 7. I finally picked up a Finn, which I wanted for my Star Wars shelf. Which any of the stuff that I collect, if you are interested in seeing what my collection, things like that, follow me over at The Scene Snob on Instagram. I post pictures, stuff like that. All this stuff will be up there too. But I'm very excited for this. Our buddy Radar here, who is a fan of the show and a friend of the show, he was showing me his Marvel Selects, and I got the Thor. So I am debating whether I'm going to take it out of the box or not. I might need to hang it up over there, like where I have all my other figures. Or I might take it out of the box and display it next to Stormbreaker back there. So let me know what you guys think, where it should go. All right, I am looking forward to this, but I want to thank everybody for joining in, or anybody who's watching this in the future. Please give this video a like. Please give us a subscribe. Tell your friends. Check out the Scene Snobs podcast, which our main show is live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. We have great fun, absurd topics, comedy show. Last night's show was so much fun. We had a great time. And then, and so check that out. Check out some of our other shows and things like that, and let us know what you think. All right, until next time, let's see. We got Jason. Thank you very much for joining in. Sean, thank you for joining in. Appreciate you guys commenting along and supporting. So until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan. Check out thescenesnobs.com. We also have our Discord open. Please jump on. There's a link right on thescenesnobs.com. We're talking about all this stuff and more. We are getting to some pretty fun, in-depth conversations over there, and we're always looking for more geeks to join the community. All right, until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I'm the Scene Snob, Mick Manhattan. You can check out the Scene Snobs podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel, or all podcast platforms afterwards. Also on our YouTube channel, you can check out great shows like Real Combat, the ultimate debate show for movie lovers, mixed movie picks with new recommendations every week, GeekFest Live every Sunday night, and new movie reviews and news all the time. Like and subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you know when all of our new episodes drop. Thank you so much to all of our amazing Patreon supporters. with whom this would not be possible. They help keep the lights on and support us in such big ways. If you would like to become a supporter on our Patreon and take advantage of all the perks like monthly giveaways, early access, and so much more, head on over to the Scene Snobs Patreon page and just sign up on one of our 2 tiers. Join our awesome community of geeks, movie lovers, and so much more, and join up on our Discord. The Scene Snobs Discord is now live, and you can head over to thescenesnobs.com for links to there and more. The Scene Snobs merch store is now open with original and fun designs that are available on all different types of merch and apparel. Check out thescenesnobsmerch.com. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so many more. We have fun updates, topics, we talk about collectibles, and so much more on there. It's a great time. You can find all of our links to everything on thescenesnobs.com or on our link tree, which are down in the descriptions below. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned and stay geeky.